Hello everybody, hello and welcome to Tuesday's Streetwise live session. Here live from Nottingham. I'm Tim, one of the two workshop leaders here in Nottingham, and I'm just here to say hello and welcome to our week. And I'd just like to say hello to our extended Streetwise community. So I'll say hello to Newcastle and Gateshead, hello Teesside, hello to Manchester over there, hello to London down there, and of course, last but not least, hello to the wonderful Nottingham group. Hey up me ducks, it's lovely to see you all. And a big hello from my fellow workshop leader in Nottingham, Neil, as well, who's missing you as much as I am. So I hope you're all staying well, and well, it's very exciting this week, isn't it? This is day 2 of our AIDA week. We're doing it every day, and coming up in a packed workshop today, the Egyptians defeat the approaching Ethiopian army. We get to meet 2 new characters, both of whom are kings. You get to participate in a huge triumphal procession involving exotic animals like this. Can you see that? Look at that. Yes, we're in Africa. And finally, your workshop leader gets to learn a new skill. How exciting. But I'm getting ahead of myself. First of all, of course, we have to celebrate Streetwise. Here we go. Here we go. And celebrate Streetwise. Come on. Yeah, do some dad dancing. Celebrate Streetwise. Come on. One more time. Last time. And celebrate Streetwise. Come on. Maybe a bit of Egyptian finish. Yeah. Yes. Welcome everybody. And yeah, it's a very exciting week because, as I say, we're doing AIDA every day. This is day 2. You had a brilliant introduction yesterday from Rob. Day 1 talked about 3 of the characters and set up the story. And it's AIDA. It's the opera that put grand in grand opera. It's by Verdi, of course, and it's set in Egypt. It's a tale of war, love, jealousy, deception, and elephants. Did I mention the elephants? Yes, that's right. It is, and we're doing there are 4 acts, so we're doing an act a day, and then on Friday, Emily is going to put it all together with you. It's going to be so exciting. I'm sure you're looking forward to it, and I'm sure Emily is as well. So today in Act 2, this is really the grandest of the acts, and it's all about winners and losers. It's all about the victors and the defeated, and they're personified by the 2 kings. So we've got Egypt on the one hand and Ethiopia on the other, and I think you'll see there's a map, okay, on your screen. So we're looking at the right hand side of Africa, and the orange one at the bottom is Ethiopia, and the army there have come up towards Egypt to try and rescue AIDA, who is the daughter of the king of Ethiopia, and she is a slave, and she's the one that is falling in love with Radames, but more of that later, okay? So that's where we're coming from, and we've got Ramphis, who is the king of Egypt. He's a pharaoh, and Amenazro, who is the king of Ethiopia, and he has been captured because the Ethiopians have won, okay? And we'll come back to that, but we're just going to use that in our warm-up today, because we're going to, so I want you to stand up, and we'll just do a little bit of a physical warm-up, as we always do, and I want you to stand with your feet shoulder width apart, and we're just going to think about the posture. Now, the posture for a pharaoh, of course, he's going to be very upright, and this is the perfect example, perfect opportunity for you to do your best singing posture. So, going to be as upright as you can. Let your head come right out of your shoulders. Great upright posture. Looking around, surveying the world around you, surveying everybody else who is less important than you. So it's a bit like Rob did a power pose yesterday. I want you to feel that power inside you, really with the full length and your spine as straight as you can, okay? And that is your pharaoh power pose today, okay? Now, in contrast, I want you to imagine the other king. He's a captive, he's a slave now, he's pretending not to be a king, he doesn't want anyone to know that he's the king, so what's he going to be like? suddenly he's going to be slumped, and you can feel everything in your body closing down, slumping. You don't want to be noticed, okay? So let's just do a bit of a slump one, okay? And from there, I want you to go back into your pharaoh posture. Everything opens out, your breathing opens out, and your head comes out of your shoulders. Fantastic. Now, we're going to stay in the pharaoh posture, and we're going to do a little bit of a physical warm-up. As always, we need a beat. Here we go. Here we go. I'll just turn that up slightly. Here we go. And we're going to start with the right hand. So after 3, here we go. And 3 shakes. 1, 2, 3. Left hand. 1, 2. Right hand. 1, 2, 3. Left hand. 1. Right foot. 1, 2. Left foot. Right foot. Left foot. Now lift your right shoulders and drop it. And your left shoulder. Lift it and drop it. Now we're going to lift the shoulders together right up to your ears. Hold it. And then drop. That's it. And keep breathing. And the shoulders up again. Right up to your ears. Hold it and drop. And we're going to roll the shoulders back. And rolling back. Keep your head up. And rolling forward. Rolling back. And rolling. And rolling forward. And roll. Great. Now we're going to do a breathing exercise, and what we're going to do is to 4, you're going to breathe out, and as you do, I want you just to feel everything concertinaing in, okay? Getting rid of all your air, and then as you breathe in, you're going to open it, and as your arms go out, trying to feel your ribs opening, okay? So we're going to go breathing out first. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and release and breathe in. Lovely, and breathe out. And breathe in. One more time, breathe out. And breathe in. And relax. Now we're going to lift the right arm first on its own. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And down again. 1, 2. Left arm up. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Left arm down. There we go. Lovely. One more time. Left right arm up. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And down. 2. Left arm. 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And down again. 1, 2. So I thought we could try some quasi-Egyptian moves, okay? Just to get the body flowing, okay? So we just do a bit of flow, right, left. Get your hands in the air, and we'll just do a bit of swaying. You can just hear those in yeah, it's quite good. I quite like that one. Now what about this one? Let's have the right hand over there and the left hand here, and we're just going to do an Egyptian jive. 1, 2, 3. 1 and to the other way. And 1, 2, 3. And 1. Once more to the right. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And to the left. 2, 3. 1, 2. Marvelous. Shake your hands. Shake everything out. And relax. I'll turn that off. Fantastic. I hope you're warmed up now. What have we got here? Oh, somebody likes my shirt. Yeah, I think this is, I thought this was the closest I could get to Egyptian blue, don't you think? Now, what I want to say is, can you just give me some ideas of so far of what you've learnt about AIDA? If I said to you, AIDA, what would come into your mind? What so far is in your head after the first day? Okay, so give me some ideas, and I'll see if I can put those in. Oh, I can see on the screen now we've got, this is the set for Act 2. This is fun, and look at that. Look how amazing that is. It's just like, it's such grand opera. That's fantastic. Good. Right. Now, just going to do a bit of a vocal warm-up. So, wherever you are, sitting, standing, make sure you feel everything really as straight as possible. Try and keep your breathing open, okay? And keep your head straight. And we're going to do just a simple R. 2. Nice flowing 5 notes. 1, 2, 3. Going up 1. And again. Don't forget to breathe. Release and breathe. sure that was marvellous. What have we got here? Aida is a love pyramid. Yes, exactly. A love triangle. Very good, Jamie. I love it. A love triangle, a love pyramid. Perfect. I've never heard that before. That's fantastic. So, I thought we'd use as a vocal warm-up the tune that Rob taught you yesterday. So, the first bit is that very Eastern sounding. You can imagine the Egyptian pipes or something. And he was very clever, Verdi, because he'd never written like this before, but because he was writing something about Egypt, he kind of thought, oh, I'll have a bit of that kind of Eastern flavour in it. And that's what he's done here. So let's just sing that to E, okay? That's it, and like, get everything nice and open, take a breath, and... Did you get that? Let's try that again. 2, 3, 4. And then if you remember from Rob's session yesterday, it repeats, but it goes down at the end of the second phrase. Let's try that one. 2, 3, 4. So that's the first bit, and then the tune for the when we get to the words, which I think are on the screen already, goes like this. Just goes up like that. Then we have another phrase. Exactly the same, but a bit lower. Third phrase. Let's try those 3 phrases. 2, 3. Second one. Third one. And it ends off. So we got the 3 phrases going up, going up, going up, and with a nice little ending on the end. Let's try all that. Don't forget to breathe. 2, breathe. Then we repeat. Second phrase. Third phrase. Just got a very slight different ending at the end. Let's try the second bit of it. Phrase up, phrase up, phrase up. 1, 2, 3. Lovely. Okay, so now let's look at the words. And here we're talking about the plot. So I told you that in this act we've had the war. The Ethiopians over here have come to Egypt to try and get Aida back, and they've been defeated. And they've been defeated by the great general Radames. Do you remember Radames from yesterday? So he is torn between his love for the slave Aida, who he doesn't know yet is the daughter of the king of Ethiopia, who's called Amanasro. But on the other hand, he is loved by Amneris, who is the daughter of the king of Egypt, who's called Ramphis. I hope you're following this. So Ramphis, the pharaoh, here's his music. As you can see, it's all authoritative, very sure of himself. Of course he is, because they've just won the war. Whereas Amanasro, the king of Ethiopia, he sings... He's more pleading. He's in a very different position. He's not in a powerful position. He's got to pretend that he is... he's got to pretend that he's not a king, and he's also going to be pleading for his life later on in this act. Okay, so, the words we have. So Egypt wins the battle with Radames the hero. Let's just say that. So Egypt wins the battle with Radames the hero, and Pharaoh says that he will soon be made the king. Now there's an important bit of plot, because the Pharaoh says to him, because you've been such a fantastic general, you're going to be the next Pharaoh. And you can have my daughter Amneris as your bride. That's not going to end well, but we'll find out about that on Thursday. So, let's put that together. The first bit, we sing. So Egypt wins the battle. Let's try that. So Egypt wins the battle. Next phrase. With Radames the hero. With Radames the hero. Last phrase. And Pharaoh says that he will soon be made the king. Let's try that one. That's a bit more tricky. And Pharaoh. And Pharaoh says that he will soon be made the king. Okay? The next bit. But in amongst the captives. But in amongst the captives. Let's sing that. But in amongst the captives. Aida's regal father. Aida's regal father. Sing that one. Aida's regal father is horrified to learn about his daughter's fling. So he's not very happy about Aida being in love with Radames either. Is horrified to learn about his daughter's fling. Let's try that last bit. Is horrified to learn about his daughter's fling. Excellent. What have we got so far? Yes, an Ethiopia. She's an Ethiopian princess, that's right. Well done, Bridget. Hi, Bridget. My voice feels warm now, and love that we can see the words. Excellent. Yeah, fantastic. So, let's put that together. So Egypt wins the battle. 2, 3. So Egypt wins the battle with Radames the hero, and Pharaoh says that he will soon be made the king. But in amongst the captives, Aida's regal father is horrified to learn about his daughter's fling. Brilliant. Okay, and now we put in the "Oh poor unlucky Aida," which goes. Oh poor unlucky Aida. Oh poor unlucky Aida. Excellent. Let's put it all together. I've got my orchestra with me. I think we could do a little bit of this, don't you think? Here we go. I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3. Oh, poor unlucky Aida. You doing the dance? Oh, poor unlucky Aida. Here we go. So Radames. So Radames. Got it wrong, didn't I? So Egypt wins the battle. Let's start again, because you want to be doing this, getting a bit of practice. Here we go. Oh, poor unlucky Aida. Oh, poor unlucky Aida. So Egypt wins the battle with Radames the hero, and Pharaoh says that he will soon be the king. But in amongst the captives, Aida's regal father is horrified to learn about his daughter's fling. Here we go. Oh, poor unlucky Aida. Oh, poor unlucky Aida. Well done. I hope you're all doing the dance. That's all I can say. Yes, fantastic. You got the words there. Good. Now, what we'd like you to do for Friday is to think about different ways in which you can think about the characters and how you might be able to represent the characters, because on Friday you're going to get an opportunity to do that. And today's characters, I thought what we'd think about were the two the two people in this procession. So there's a massive victory procession in the middle of Cairo, and it features the elephants, don't forget. So if you've got any elephants, you might have, or you might have some, you might have a leopard or a jaguar or anything like that. Believe me, in productions, these are featured, so that's why. But I want you to think about, we're just going to do a quick tableau, okay? So think about characterization. So I want you to imagine you're one of the captives, okay? And I'm just going to go 3, 2, 1, and then I want you to get into a captive mode. So maybe you want to stand up, and you know, you might be downcast, maybe you're in chains or something like that. Okay, so you're going to be a captive after 3. Okay, we go 3, 2, 1. Try another one. 3, 2, 1. Okay, fantastic. Now I want you to imagine you're one of the victorious soldiers, okay, or maybe even Pharaoh himself. And so we do the same thing. 3, 2, 1. Okay, here we go. So victorious, and 3, 2, 1. I might be a bit over the top, but who cares? Let's try again. 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. I'm sure you'll do brilliant things. Now, also think about what costume, sort of homemade costume you can think of. I've got for a captive. I've got a towel. There we go. I think they might be wrapped like that and a bit down. I haven't got anything for Pharaoh or anything like that, but I'm sure you can think of things. Okay. So we're just going to practice now. Now Rob talked about the space, didn't he? The left and right of stage right, left. So I want you just to march across, maybe stage left to stage right to stage left, as part of the procession, okay? And first of all, we're going to do the captives, and then we're going to do the victorious Egyptians, okay? I'll give you a bit of music just to get into the... Here we go. Captives. And just walk across the stage. Okay, now think about the victorious Egyptians. Maybe a bit of Pharaoh dancing, we'll go with it. How did you do? Now, look at that. You see, I was lying. I have done something for Pharaoh. Look at that. This is my new skill. This is the thing I am most proud of that I've done all week. It's a blue Peter one I made earlier. And it is made out of cardboard. So you can do that. I found the design online. And I've coloured it in with marker pen because that's all I've got. Nothing else. But look at the cobra. So I don't know what to do with this. I don't want to part with it. It's going in the British Museum after the show. Good. There we go. So give us your ideas. Anything that you kind of... Yeah, here's one I made earlier. That's right. Exactly. I've got a Victorian drummer jacket. Why not, Jamie? That's marvellous. Send in your ideas of what you think you might be able to make and get them made for Friday, okay? Now... Finally, we have to learn the grand chorus, the grand march. So you can imagine this is celebrating the victory of the Egyptians, okay? I've given it a bit of a twist because I thought that's a little bit militaristic. So I've given it a bit of a streetwise twist. This is the tune. There's the words. You've got the words up on the screen. Fantastic. I'll teach it to you very quickly. So the first words are Hail to the glorious Streetwise. Okay? Just say that. 1, 2. Hail to the glorious Streetwise. And the tune is Hail to the glorious Streetwise. Let's try that. 2, 3, 4. Hail to the glorious Streetwise. Fantastic. Next phrase. Hail to the joy it sends. Let's try that. Hail to the joy it sends. So together we've got 2, 3, 4. Hail to the glorious Streetwise. Hail to the joy it sends. Next phrase, similar to the first one, slightly different at the end. We celebrate its victory. Let's try that. 2, 3. We celebrate its victory. And then the big phrase, which goes, in bringing us the miracle of singing with all our friends. So, in bringing us the miracle of singing with all our friends. I'm going to stand up for that one. I think you should too, just so you really get your breathing. Feel yourself on the floor. In bringing us. In bringing us. We're going up the top. 1, 2, breathe. In bringing us the miracle of singing with all our friends. Great. Now, we sing that twice. Once at the beginning and once at the end. And in the middle, you just sing the words glorious and then streetwise. Very easy. There's a little fanfare. Glorious. Streetwise. Then we do the same thing, a little bit higher. Glorious. Streetwise. Okay, and then we go back to the end. So, if you could do the first words again, we're going to take it from the top. I'll conduct you. If you want to march around the room, I suggest you do. There's no better opportunity. Here we go. So I've got my orchestra here. Can you imagine the crowds, the huge, the elephants? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hail to the glorious Streetwise. Hail to the joy it sends. We celebrate its victory in bringing us the miracle of singing with all our friends. Here we go. Glorious. Glorious. And streetwise. Streetwise. Glorious. Glorious. Streetwise. Streetwise. Okay, get ready for your reprise. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hail to the glorious Streetwise. Hail to the joy it sends. We celebrate its victory in bringing us the miracle of singing with all our friends. The final Streetwise. Streetwise. One more time. Streetwise. Give yourself a round of applause. I hope you made a lot of noise. I hope you walked around the room. That's amazing. Oh, Rob, yeah, you like my Pharaoh hat? That is very impressive. Yes, that is really is the my favourite thing. I made that. I've never made one like that before. Ruben, lovely to hear from you. Reminds me of those old time English songs like in 1066. Cool, fantastic. So get thinking about your costumes for Friday. Who do you want to be? Which of the characters? We've got 5 characters now, haven't we? We've got the king of Egypt, the king of Ethiopia, who's a slave. We've got his daughter Amneris. We've got the daughter Amneris is the daughter of the king of Egypt. Aida is the daughter of the king of Ethiopia, and we've got Radames, the hero, who is torn between his love for Aida and his love for his country. Have a wonderful week, everybody. It's been great to see you all. I'm sure the rest of the sessions are going to be fantastic, and you're going to have a great Aida party on Friday. I'm going to hand you back now to Marigold, wherever she is. Goodbye.
Thanks, Tim. Oh my word, that was spectacular. That headdress is like nothing I've ever seen. I was veritably transported back to Egypt. I mean, not back, never actually been. Anyway, lovely to see you all. Just a quick note to say that we're now heading over to Zoom for our digital tea break, where our conversation will be hosted by the lovely Izzy, support worker from Nottingham. So do join us there. We'll be there till 1. Okay, see you shortly. Bye.